Hey, my friend, Stephen Brooks here, and I teach traders who have $25,000 or more in their trading accounts how to generate a very reliable salary, trading as much as 2 hours a day, as little as 5 minutes a week. Plus, we also use an automated AI trading bot that does a lot of the heavy lifting for us. Now, on this channel, we spend the majority of our time on this channel talking about trading ideas and concepts that don't have to do with the actual physical clicking the button when it comes to trading. The problem is, and I've seen it so many times and I continue to see it again, the problem is that when individuals come into trading, right, they get into trading because they want to make money. I mean, it's why I got into trading. It's why you got into trading, because you want to make money now. One of the challenges that I see, especially for people who are a little bit newer, or really if you're somebody who is inconsistent with your results, is that you are focusing a lot of your attention, the majority of your attention, and living and dying. You're happy, you're sad, you're angry, you're mad, based on something you have no control over. You have no control over the result. You have no control over the outcome. Yet as a trader, you continue to make decisions based on a result that you have no control over. Now, over the weekend, I was watching a video from one of my business coaches, right? So I have multiple business coaches. And I was watching a video from one of my business coaches, and he was being interviewed by somebody on a podcast. And the interviewer was asking questions to this coach of mine about goals. Right? The question was something to the matter of, hey, if I have a really, really, really big goal, should my goal be really big so it seems unattainable and I just do everything I can to achieve that goal? Should the goal be something that's a little bit smaller or a little bit more manageable? Can you talk to me about goals? And what the coach said rang really, really true in my head, because it's something I see a lot of traders get really wrong. So this person is not a trading coach. This person is a business coach. And what this person who's a business coach said is that I don't really have goals, right? I have marks that I want to get to. And that's basically where the goals end, right? So he has a mark of where he wants to arrive to, and then he doesn't really talk about it ever again. What he does is he says, okay, let's say my mark is $10 million this year. That's it. And then what he does is he works backwards from there. He goes, okay, what can I do on a given day that I have control over? Because making $10 million, I have no control over. But what can I do on a given day that if I did it every single day, those actions, those things I can control, it would eventually become inevitable, right? Maybe it wouldn't happen in the time frame I want it to happen, but if I want to make $10 million, and let's say I shot 5 hours of video every single day, $10 million would become inevitable. So he says what he does is every quarter, what they do is they come together and they talk about kind of their mark of where they want to get, let's say $10 million. And then for the quarter, they say, okay, let's decide on 1 or 2 actions that we can take every single day that we have 100% control over, that if we do it, it may not get us to that mark that we want to get to, $10 million, but the thesis is it would get us a lot closer. We would be able to actually measure the outcome. And this is where it got really fascinating for me. And this is really the point of this video today, what this person said next. What this person said next was the following. When we come together at the end of the quarter, the first question we ask ourselves, right? So we have this mark we want to get to, and we have a thesis of what we think is going to be able to get us closer there, or starting to get us down the right path. The first question we ask ourselves is, did we even do it every day? Right? So they have a mark of $10 million. They decide that they want to shoot 5 hours of video content 7 days a week for a quarter. And their assumption is that if we do that, we may not make $10 million, but we'll probably get a lot of the way there. And if we just do that enough and we measure the result, making $10 million will become inevitable. And when they come together at the end of the quarter, this is where it gets very, very fascinating for me. When they come together at the end of the quarter, the first question they ask before they look at any of the measurable statistics and data that they tracked over the quarter, the first question they ask is, did we even do the thing every day? Because if they didn't do the thing every day, there's no reason to look at the data and look at the things that were supposed to be measured, because you didn't even do the thing every day. And that really resonated a lot with me, especially because I'm a trading educator. When I see traders write into our customer support team about their lack of success, the first question we ask them is, what is the sample size that you have to be able to say something doesn't work or not? The majority of the time, I would say probably the responses are one of three. The first response, which is probably 50% of the time, the response is, I haven't done it yet, I'm just working through the numbers. Okay. The second response, which is probably 40% of the responses, is, I've tried it less than 5 times. And then the last response, the third response, which is probably about 10% of the time, the responses are something of the matter of, well, I've been doing it for a couple times, so I put my little twist on it, and then I did this, and this. And in all of those cases, right, you shouldn't pass go and determine if something has worked or not based on either not doing it less than 5 times, or not even following it the way it's supposed to, right? Because if I have a goal as a business owner of shooting 5 hours of content every single day, and I don't do that, what is the purpose of me spending any time deciding on if it worked or if it didn't, if I didn't even do the thing? So you as a trader, what is the purpose of you saying something works or something doesn't work if you've done it 0 times? If you have no measurable or trackable data? What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of you spending any time trying to think if something works or it doesn't work if you've done it 5 times? What is the purpose of you as a trader? What is the purpose of you as a trader spending any time trying to determine if something works or not if you didn't even follow it semi-properly? Right? Trading is a game of doing the things correctly that you have 100% control over, and the result that you want, $2,000 a week, $5,000 a week, $10,000 a month, becomes inevitable. Right? So again, we talk about the non-trading a lot on this trading channel, because the reality of the situation is this: if I gave you the best strategy ever and you didn't try it, it wouldn't work for you. If I gave you the best strategy ever and you did it 5 times and then you stopped doing it, it's not going to work for you. If I give you the best strategy ever and after doing it twice, you decide that something else is better or a different version of it makes more sense, you didn't even do the thing. So at the end of the day, like, your first goal as a trader should be to do the thing properly 30 days in a row. Before you live and die based on your P&L swings, did I make money? I'm happy. Did I lose money? I'm mad. Before you get caught up in that web, the single most important thing you can do is something you have 100% control over, which are the actions that you take, not the outcome, the actions that you take. And if you set out to decide over the next month if a strategy works or not, you should only look at the data that you tracked, and you should only measure the data that was tracked if you actually did the thing to the frequency that you said you would. So if you think selling puts, for example, if you sold puts every single day for the rest of the year, if you did it, the result, you making money, would become inevitable. You cannot look at the data and you cannot look at the outcome of selling those puts every single day unless you actually do it. Because then this thesis you have becomes biased and becomes skewed and is not based off of real data, again, of you actually doing the thing. So again, if you're a new trader, or if you're a trader who's not getting the results that you want, which is probably about 99% of the people who are watching this video, unfortunately, your goal should be, number one, something that is measurable. Actions are measurable. Outcome of those actions are not measurable, but actions are measurable. Number two, before you decide if something works or not, the first question you should ask yourself is the hypothesis that I had that this would work, and the actions that I told myself that if I took them every single day or every single day I'm available, if I didn't actually do the actions, I should not be making a decision if something works or not. Again, this is something that's really important. This is not, sadly, the majority of the people who are watching this video are not going to follow this at all. They're not going to care at all. And there are reasons for that. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you are not doing the thing and making a decision based on the fact that you either did the thing half the time, you didn't do the thing at all, or you gave it the old college try on 5 occurrences, you should not allow yourself to be able to make a decision if the thing works or not. You should only allow yourself to be able to make the decision if the thing works or not based on you taking the actions that you hypothesized would lead to the result that you desire. I'll see you in the next video.